Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy CowboyJobu. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, this doesn't work. Forgive me, my voice is still hoarse from being at the NFL draft, but it is my pleasure to have our own draft guru, the young gun. I call him the young gun because he spits out those facts just like a damn machine gun. Voch Lombardi, how you doing tonight, man?
What's happening, Popo? Doski, Woski, Peasky, Weesky. Thanks for having me,
Man, I am still living off the high of meeting and hanging out with all those great fans in Texas, hanging out with you and Law Nations and stuff. It was freaking incredible, man.
It was lovely. And, honestly, I've already made my mind up that it's something I want to do every year, So if I got to save up for it now just to be able to do it again and again and again, let's do it. We met a bunch of dope people. We had a bunch of good times, man. So
it was incredible.
Excited to bring that back,
Hey, let me ask you, how were those wings, man?
Normally when you eat leftovers by day 3, you're done with it. You know what I mean? Like the third day we was dealing with the wings. I'm like, can I get some more? And you was like, look. I remember Michael was like, anybody want to take some wings home? I said,
they were good, man. That saucy one, man, they hooked a brother up on that stuff, man. That's going to be my official sauce for this season. But going through, I'm so happy that I have you to break this stuff down because you know more than anybody else. We're going to talk about Connor
Williams.
How you feel about him?
I was always on the table for Hernandez from UTEP. But he's a Giant now, so we moved on from that plan. But you can check my rankings online. I also thought highly of Connor Williams. I just thought that he wasn't going to be around. Last year, 2016 tape or whatnot, he was considered, in my opinion, the best tackle on the board, the best offensive lineman in the draft. But he got hurt. And when you get hurt, you look worse. When you are, asked to move 300-pound men and your legs hurt, of course you're going to look a little different. So he fell in the draft.
Shout out to Chaz Green.
Shout out to Chaz Green. But I still think highly of Connor Williams. He is a tackle and he could probably play it in a pinch, but he's gonna be a guard for us. And the film that I have for y'all today, it shows some pros and cons of his game, but I think the cons aren't really cons. There's just why he's playing guard. And then I'm gonna show you some of the good things he does. Some of the smoothness with his kick sets, being able to pound his post foot. I'll explain all that. Hands, consistency with his posture, things like that. So hey man, when we're gonna show the film session. I want y'all to
let's go to the tape now on that. Let's go on the tape on that and then we'll come back and discuss it.
What up, y'all? It's Voch Lombardi. I want to give a big salute to Mark and Jobu for having me on the show. Just wanted to break down a little bit of Connor Williams since I'm, resident offensive line guy. Just wanted to give y'all just a handful of clips explaining what he does best, just to give a broad assessment of his skill set. Let's jump right into it. Now, I'm gonna show pros and cons here, because that's what I do on my channel. I wouldn't even consider these as cons, but more so as this is why Connor Williams is playing guard. I think this one play kind of sums up everything you need to know about Connor Williams. First of all, let's take a look at the smoothness of how he kicks, right? He has a very smooth kick set, man. He's going to remain parallel to his defender right here. That's very important. However, Connor Williams doesn't have those tackle feet. He doesn't have Tyron Smith feet, Lael Collins feet. But that's okay. He has great feet for a guard, but he does need smooth feet. Every offensive lineman needs smooth feet wherever you are. Not crossing over, not stumbling over grass, things like that. I'm going to show you a very good example of what I mean by that later. Also, what I see about Connor Williams, take a look at his hands right here, right? You see that good initial pop right there? As long as Connor Williams gets his hands on you, you are dead as fried chicken. Position-wise, like where you are relative to him, he can probably run into some problems there. But if Connor has hands on you, it's pretty much over with. But this is what I like the most about Connor Williams as we pan into the other view. Right here, the dude is mean. The dude is nasty. He is physical, right? And I like for my offensive linemen to have that across the board, right? And we know we have a very physical offensive line, and our brand new left guard is taking lunch money, fruit cups, Jello, strawberry milk, and girlfriends away from you, right? Mean dude, doesn't care about nothing. Pushing you down, he's gonna fall on you to make sure you don't get back up. And if you get back up, he's gonna get back on you to make sure you doubly don't get back up. Love that from Connor Williams. Let's keep watching. Now let's take a look at this play. This is what I mean by smooth feet, and I really want y'all to focus here because I may get a little jargony because I get excited about offensive line. Let me show y'all the play first, then I'm gonna break it down for you. Yes, indeed. That's O-line porn right there. Let me just show you. Let me just show y'all what we just got into. First of all, Connor Williams is aware of his matchup. He knows that the guy on the other side of him is a quick, faster guy. All right, he doesn't have the feet to kind of combat that dude. So you're not going to use a quick set to try to over physical him or get hands on him quickly. You need to step backwards to kick with depth so you can be able to react. Give yourself room to negotiate this obstacle, and that's what Connor's going to do right here. Boom, he's going to step backwards to give himself room. So now he knows, okay, I can work outside if I need to. I can step back inside if I need to, right? You don't want to put yourself in these phone booth type of matchups with these super quick bendy guys, right? So Connor Williams stepping backwards, he's giving himself more room to work. And he was right, because what this defensive end is about to do, he's about to crash that B gap heavy on Connor Williams. Let's watch Connor Williams right here. This is what I mean by smooth. He's going to step back, but then he's going to transition into pounding his post foot. His post foot is his right foot. That's the one responsible for your power, your balance, and being able to recover if someone tries to take the inside from you, right? There's a reason why we keep our inside foot forward and our back foot backwards, our outside foot backwards rather, right? Our outside foot is our slide foot. That's the foot that we use to travel. As our up foot is our post foot for power or whatever, right? So now he's going to travel with his left foot, but he's going to get problems coming to the inside, so he's going to pound that right foot to the inside to remain strong, to keep his balance. He never crossed over, right? He kept his base square. Okay, he stayed parallel to his opponent. His knees stayed bent. His butt was down. His chest was up. His hand was in a great place. This is a great pass block right here. But this is where it gets a little funky. I want y'all to pay attention. This is actually a stunt, and which is why that end is crossing B gap so heavy like that. Connor Williams recognized it, right? But he has such a good purchase on this block. His hands are tucked to the inside of the shoulder pads. He's so strong there that defensive end ain't going nowhere unless Connor allows him to. But Connor sees that interior lineman skating over the top. So what Connor's going to do is Connor's going to pass the guy over to his guard. But as you see, look at Connor's feet. He never dropped his post foot. Now he's going to use his travel foot to pick that tackle back up. And that is amazing feat by Connor Williams. That's offensive line porn right there, bro. We're going to watch it one more time in fast motion. We're going to move on. Get yourself space, move to the inside, recover back to the outside. Never crossed his feet once, okay? Never dropped his base, never lost balance, stayed low. That's good O-line right there. Now, this is about the most accurate look that we're going to get for Connor Williams, right? Because he's lined up at tackle, but we got a tight end on the other side. So he's an interior blocker. That's going to project well for his guardness, if that's a word. So opposed to him being responsible for a C gap to sideline, he's only responsible for where he's covered at to the next lineman. So that's from his right foot to his guard's left hip. Okay, so we put Connor Williams in those situations where he doesn't have to move, he doesn't have to think quickly. All he has to do is react and dig people out. And I think that's where Connor Williams is going to be best. I think that's another reason why he's playing guard in this system. Because, like I said, man, when it comes down to these quick guys, you may run into some issues. But if you just want to get into a bar fight with Connor Williams, good luck. Right? So we see Connor Williams digging this human out of this gap, this big, heavy human out of this gap. Connor gets him on the ground. He's looking at him. Give me that chain. What chain? And he puts him back on the ground. Nasty. And the last play, Cowboys offensive linemen, even though they're all big, they're all strong, they're all physical, they all move very well too. They're athletic guys in this zone run scheme. So what we need to do is we need to see Connor be able to get wide and sometimes go to second level and put hands on these faster guys. Now, it's fun when Connor Williams gets hands on these guys. If you wanted to do some film by yourself, there's a highlight tape of Connor Williams just whooping people smaller than him, so that's cool. But Connor Williams is going to get to the second level, and he's going to effectively cut off this linebacker. Now, the running back makes everything a little bit hard on himself. He just lets Nas down by bouncing this thing inside and cutting off the leverage for Connor. But if you rewind and you see how smooth Connor looks getting to the second level, if this running back just takes this thing outside, oh man, he got a caravan of love to the outside, man. But he wants to make things difficult. He wants to see if he can try to highlight stick somebody and run to the inside. Man, take that thing to the outside, follow your blocks, and let Connor be great. This is a good seal block by Connor Williams right here. It's cutting off the outside, right? But if I'm blocking the outside and you run inside anyway, of course it's gonna make me look a little funny. But good block by Connor Williams being able to reach and get to the second level. That's damn good football right there. That's all I wanted to show y'all, man. Salute to Mark and Jobu for having me on the show once again, man. I'm Voch Lombardi. Go to my YouTube channel. You'll see videos like this. Is even a full-length video of a Connor Williams film session. So go check that out, man. Voch Lombardi. VOCHLOMBARDI. Be sure to subscribe. Salute, y'all. Peace.
Wow. He's a beast, man. I like that mean streak. It's like, yeah, I knocked you down. I'm going to knock your ass down again, man. I love that.
Man, we have 5 offensive linemen that sort of fit that pedigree anyway. Just these super strong, these mean guys, they all work as a team or whatnot, but they also have that nastiness on the back end. Also, they're great with their feet. You know what I mean? Like our line, we are, the best offensive line in the league, whatever I say it. But we're very underrated athletes, in my opinion. So
definitely.
we run that zone stuff, outside zone. When we reach the second level blocks like that, we don't get enough credit for that. So just looking at Connor Williams, how he's able to move smoothly, how he's able to just dig people out of the gaps like that, getting to second level, man, combos and stuff like that. I think he'll fit nicely at left guard with us.
Now, how do you think he's going to transition from going from tackle to guard? Because I mean, it's not necessarily apples to oranges, because generally speaking, that guard is doing more pulling. He's more going to the second level, trying to get the linebackers and stuff, whereas that tackle is more on defense, always trying to take on that edge rusher.
Well, the jobs are very different. It's not like one's a less job than others. Tackles are responsible for more real estate from C gap to sideline. As guards, you can be a tackle playing guard. You may not be able to have small spatial awareness, to where you may see a stunt happening on the inside. You may not be aware enough to move your feet. I can make an argument that you can probably you would probably need quicker feet on the inside, but longer strides on the outside. So Connor Williams, yes, he has short arms, but on the inside, I like his smoothness that I showed you or whatnot. I like his quickness, awareness when he was able to pass the guy on, pick somebody up coming over the top. All of those are guard traits. Plus, he's a nasty dude. Let him, if you limit that responsibility, if you say, hey, O'Connor, just move that guy.
Right.
That's where Connor's the best.
You know what? I tell you what I liked from watching from your breakdown there was how he maintained the Z, is what we always used to call it. And what that I mean is, but basically you're having your upper body, and then you're having your thighs, and you're having your legs. You're keeping your body in balance. You can move in any direction, and you're like a snake ready to coil and pop out, and then you can recover. That I noticed on every one of those plays, that he really kept that body controlled, and those feet were always moving. Because sometimes what guys will do is they'll plant the foot and stay right there. The guy will make a move and you're past it. But those feet were constantly chopping and moving. He's going to be the real deal. I think you got a gem there.
Maintaining the Z. That sounds like football in the 50s, but I do agree though, Paul.
All right.
I do, just when I was playing, it
yes,
was just
I wore leather
hey,
helmets, man. I wore leather helmets.
Keep your base, keep your post foot up, your butt down, your chest up. You keep your hands in that stance, ready to engage the threat, and that's what Connor Williams is good at.
Right.
The only way to make an offensive line weak is when he bends over and he loses balance, and his hands are down, things like that. He gets a little tall in the stance, straight-legged. Connor Williams, he's so flexible with his hips. That's what I was saying on your show, Law's show, with Foots and Joe Rod. He's flexible, and when you're constantly flexible, it's easy for you to get in that stance and stay there. So when your knees are always bent, your chest are always up, your hips are always sunken, you're always strong. And if you're going to be a guard digging people out, always strong is a good thing.
Well, I tell you what, I can't wait for this season to get here, because I feel like the team has improved on almost every level with the exception of safety. And that offensive line, if they're healthy, they are, and we have Zeke all season, they're going to be ground and pound, and that's going to be opening up everything. They will eat. Well, Voch, I want to thank you so much for being here and breaking this thing down. I'm hoping we can get you to break down some more of these great players.
Hopefully, let's see. Hey, y'all follow me on Twitter and on YouTube, Voch Lombardi, VOCHLOMBARDI.
The man knows his stuff. Well, guys, I'm Mark Holmes. This is Voch Lombardi and Cowboy Jobu, and thank you guys for watching this film breakdown. We'll see you soon.
Cowboys select Michael Gallup.
Long arm, smooth route, solid speed, team receiver, play anywhere, can also play inside. And Michael Gallup is our guy, man. Great big play. That's all I'm on board right now. Good. Hey. Right there. That's like this. I don't need no milk, but I ain't gonna go to the time. I know. We'll get one more. I think somebody still got to get one more. Yeah. I get one. Two. Only one. No, I think you need two more. So somebody take two. These are the hot ones. Those are hot ones. Come on, let's. Yeah, no. Yeah, come on. A couple yesterday, man. I'm good. You're good. Oh man. So we keep that base low. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When the people go straight to the mound instead of